Hi, juniors. I just want to tell you a few different things about your academic schedule this year. At Pomfret, we call juniors the fifth form. We also call you 11th graders. The terms are used pretty interchangeably. This is a drone shot that one of my advisees took a couple years ago showing campus. So, what are happening for classes for 11th graders? After freshman sophomore year, your options open up a lot, and you can really dive into some things that really interest you. You will still take an English class, English 3 or Advanced English 3. You do have to take a year of science in 11th or 12th grade, and you have to have two lab sciences, physics, chemistry, bio, or the freshman science class by graduation as well. We have many other sciences, whether it's advanced environmental science, forensics, astronomy. So there's lots of cool options there to take a full year of science in 11th or 12th grade. Math, you do need to take in 11th grade as well, and you should be through integrated 3 or algebra 2 by the time you graduate. And then after you are that far, you can also opt into something like stats your senior year. For world language, you need to be through language level 3. And then once you've reached that, at any point, you can stop taking languages if you want. Most of you will also take a history or a social science. I teach advanced psychology to seniors, but there's a lot of history options to juniors. A second science, a second math. New juniors, what you'll need to do for your requirement is 2 fine arts, 1 digital art, and 1 religion before you graduate. Sometimes, if students come from a school with a lot of religion classes, you can waive your religion requirement. But just so you know what you need to have done by the time you're graduating, that's one of our requirements. What we will start the year once schedules are released in the next few days. Please contact me if there's anything wrong with your schedule. If maybe we missed or made a mistake, or you just completely changed your mind on what you want to do, let's do that before we start classes. That's phase 1. For phase 2, if you get into a class that you thought you really wanted to take and then you change your mind for some reason, we can talk in the first 2 weeks of school about what your other options are, considering your free periods and other things in your schedule. So those are the 2 add drop periods. One is before we start, and one is once we're going. One thing to note on that is these do need to be conversations. While that might take a little longer, we've found that students are more likely to get what they want and to figure out their schedule instead of by email. So don't just send me an email saying, hey, I want to switch out of this. That's not how we do it at Pomfret. So please find time to find me or Mrs. McGloin, who's our registrar. One thing I want to share with your class in particular is our certificate program. This was launched last year, and it's a 2-year program, and juniors can choose to pursue a certificate in these 5 categories. Basically arts, global awareness, that could be a history or a language-based focus, social justice, sustainability, or STEM. Students will work with a faculty member, and there's some certain classes that you should be taking if you want to be in this track. You can accomplish that your junior senior year pretty well. You also are expected to do some 80 hours of experiential work and research to develop a lit review at the end of the year to kind of look into what you're interested in, do some research, and then be able to talk about it. In your senior year, your goal is to complete a capstone project. So think of junior years doing research to figure out what is out there, and then senior year say, I want to do this, and it varies significantly. So some past examples: one student was the director of our fall play last fall. Another student developed a website analyzing European democracies, and a third student performed trail maintenance at a state park. So there were a lot of great projects that came out of it, and that was, since the program only started last year, they were only able to do this for a year, where the program's actually planned for 2. So I forgot one thing. The beginning of junior year will be the only time you can opt into this 2-year program, meaning if in your senior year you decide you want to do the certificate program, that's going to be too late, because we do want it to be a 2-year experience. And this year's seniors are in their second year. So you'll have a cohort that you'll work through. I think that's about it. So if there's any questions, I'm just going to back up a tiny bit. If there are any questions about your classes, please let me know. And you can find my email pretty easily, but also I'll continue to be sending out announcements to the school. So we're excited for another school year. For new juniors, we're excited to have you on campus, and we're about ready to go, believe it or not. Thank you.